god, I fucking hate Tom Nook. Oh, hey guys, what's up? It's me, Piranha, and I'm back for another episode of Lost in Stereo. So, I know I've talked a lot about my punk pop roots, and this may come as a surprise that I don't give a shit about the used. I've tried, I literally could never get into them. It is what it is. I will say their last release in 2020 was the most I've liked them ever, which is wild because they've had like quite a few records. I will say that while I was doing research for this episode and listening to their discography, I was driving and I was just kind of like, wow, I would much rather be listening to My Chemical Romance. Today's episode is very special because I have my very first guest all the way from Indianapolis, Indiana. I say that like I'm not snowed into an apartment in Indianapolis, Indiana. Anyway, the grossest bitch I've ever met, but somehow she's still hot. Lady Dumpster, you can come into your own apartment now. Now, due to current CDC guidelines because of COVID-19, Lady and I have to say 1 pack of Chromatical Oreos apart. So
okay, great. Look at that. CDC.
You know, mask up, Tennessee. Be a honky-tonk hero. Now, lady, what's your deal?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Just generally, what's your deal?
I'm dead.
Okay.
That's a thing.
How's that working out for you?
300 years strong.
Oh, wow, look at her.
Minor decay.
Okay,
minor.
Well, the thing is that I wouldn't have pegged you for anything like past like 250. So you look really good for your age.
So much.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Now, lady,
yes.
You know you're my favorite person on this earth, but why the used?
High school experience.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first time, like, it was a time in my life when I finally made like worthwhile friends, and we just had like a lot of fun, and we were just like drive down the highway, the turnpike in Orlando, if you know, you know. We were going like 100 miles an hour in her Cobalt that she just got. It was like super nice.
Cheers.
And we would just blare the U's and scream at our top of our lungs. And it was like the first like concert I actually wanted to go to.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, because my first concert was Garth Brooks. But I was 8 and I was forced.
Okay, that's a choice. How did he do?
It was a good concert.
Yeah.
I can't talk shit about it. It was a good concert.
Would you go again?
No.
Damn.
And I'm upset it's my first concert, but it's fine.
Just make something up. That's what I do.
Should have thought about that before I put it on camera.
No, it's fine.
Oh.
It's too late now. Everybody knows you're closeted Garth Brooks stan.
No. So why? Yeah, that's what he is. High school friends.
Good answer. Good answer.
Rebellion.
Rebellion. Did you have a lot to rebel against?
I don't think I really had to, but I just did. I was going through a lot, like, mental things and just, like, past traumas.
As we do when we're teenagers.
Yeah. So, sure, we'll call that a reason for rebellion. And also first concert that I, wanted to go to.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been listening to them?
So, I had to have been, 16.
Okay, word.
16, 17. So, totally that age, you know? It's like that, fuck everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna smoke cigarettes. Age.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even I started smoking at 14.
Hey kids, don't do drugs. Please. I swear to God. I swear to God if I catch y'all doing drugs.
You'll look like this if you do, just don't do it. Dead.
I look really pretty.
I think you look pretty for me. I think I look pretty, but
You do look pretty.
I don't really know. I'm really putting a lot of trust into you right now.
You kind of look like a scarecrow, but in a really fierce way. I don't think scarecrows do that. I think they're just cute. I think they're just friends with crow. No, they're the enemy of the crow.
They're the enemy of the crow. Oh, I like crows.
We're not doing a very good job at staying a pack of Chromatical Oreos away from each other. Okay. The next thing in my notes literally just says MCR, so I'm assuming it's code for me asking you what you think about the Under Pressure collab that they did with MCR.
I didn't hate it at first.
Okay.
But I didn't really listen to it a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. It might have been maybe I just didn't like the song Under Pressure.
That's fair.
At the time.
Yeah.
But it's aged well with me.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I will say, when I initially heard it, I hated it because I was not crazy about the Used. I was never really crazy about them.
Sure.
But the more that I reflect on that time period and think about it, like, the reason that Under Pressure did so well and was so successful initially was because it was, like, To the Greats, like, Freddie and Bowie, and that was, like, the whole thing. So it's like, when I reflect upon that, like, emo, early Warped Tour kind of moment, like, those are two of the bands that I think about, you know. So it was really like,
Sure.
if there was going to be that level of collaboration in the scene at the time that was outside of the FBR cinematic universe, if you've watched my show before, you know what that is, because I talk about it every single episode, but if there was going to be one that came outside of that, that's it, you know.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I know.
That makes sense.
I'm typically not.
It's fair.
Lady, let me ask you, what do you think about their 2020 release?
I was unaware of it until like 3 months ago. Fun fact. I didn't even know it existed until I made a post about some song or something they used related, and one of my old coworkers was like, "Have you heard their new album? It's fucking sick." And I was like, "No," but like I'll check it out. And like I searched it, and the album looked like In Love and Death. So I was like, ooh, maybe I'll listen to it. And the first song I listened to, I don't even remember what it was. I just like clicked one, and it was like, words to describe things. It felt like the old Used, but like mature.
Yeah, and I think that was their intention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously they did a good job.
They did a really good job, and I listened to like 3 more songs. And I was like, okay, cool. There's a couple like I wasn't a fan of, or I just didn't remember. Like I was listening to them today to like bone up for the show, and I was like, oh, I love this song. And I was like, oh, this is off that album. Oops, I guess I must have skipped that, or just like not even realize I liked it at the time. But no, it's a good album. It's a really good album. I think it's like really goes back to their roots, and that makes me really happy to see them start a new venture, bringing back some like old vibes.
Absolutely, yeah. And I will say I thoroughly enjoyed that album. While I was making my way through their discography, that was the one that like stood out in my brain a lot. Blow Me is fucking phenomenal.
Blow Me is really good.
That song.
That's the one I was listening to. Was like,
yeah, that song is insane.
It's
like,
so good.
I liked it so much that I made it on my Spotify on repeat, that it makes for you automatically. Like I've listened to it that much, so.
Damn.
I know, right? I know.
Sounds like Dua Lipa on my Spotify. She always goes to on repeat.
Now, lady, with the hopeful pop punk revival that's being fronted by Youngblood, Machine Gun Kelly, All Time Low, where are you hoping the Used will fit in, and where do you think they will fit in?
I want them to be like play like the mentor like role in the new revival, because like they
were in the first round.
They were in the first round, and they like did their own thing in the first round. Like they had their own unique like sound. Like you knew it was still like, you know, pop punk emo, like, but it was just different.
Yes, absolutely, and they really spearheaded that as well. Like
Yeah.
they were one of the first, and they inspired a lot of other boys to pick up some guitars and be really
Exactly.
sad.
Yeah. So like I want them to like make new music and like experiment in like what they're doing right now with like pop punk, and definitely see how that sounds, because like Burt McCracken is just like, he could sing fucking Alphabet to me, and I was like, he'd scream it at me, but scream it and spit it at me, daddy, please.
I'm gonna mansplain the question to you. Okay. So for me, as a Fall Out Boy stan, I always get really excited when I'm out and about and I see kids that are like still Fall Out Boy stans.
Yeah.
And when I'm on the internet and I see people still talking about Fall Out Boy, and still see people like talking about the Summer of Light and all of these like things that some of them I even forgot about. You know what I mean? It's like, is that are you wanting them to be able to inspire another generation? That is the TLDR.
I mean, that's like that's like the main goal for any band you like really like. Like, I want them to succeed and like create a legacy that like transcends after they're dead. Like, I want them to be like a version of like, you know, fucking Black Sabbath, or like the Stones, or like even like the Clash or fucking God, I can't think of the Doors. Like, not just like because their sound, but like because like the
way they're still relevant.
Yeah, and like, yeah. So of course I want that for them because I fucking love them, and like I think the younger generation has so much to learn from like their older stuff, and hopefully their newer stuff too.
And the thing about that too is like you can always go. The thing, you know, what's so funny about time? You can always go back, and you can't really go forward. You don't know like you don't know what's over there, but like, you know what's back here. You know what I mean? So it's like it's cool because kids can even now, you know, that are getting into Fall Out Boy, they can go back to Evening Out with Your Girlfriend, and they can listen to those songs and be mad, and they can go and listen to Just Because to Your Grave, and they can feel those feelings. Those songs don't stay in that time.
No, Teen Angst goes on.
Teen Angst is forever, baby.
Teen Angst is forever.
You know what I mean? So it's like
every generation's gonna have that shit.
Absolutely,
so like,
and it's like they might as well have the same one we did.
Yeah,
except for on a hoverboard.
Oh, fucking hoverboard. These Gen Z kids, swear to God.
Let them have their hoverboards.
I want one. I just feel like I'm gonna die if I get one. Well, again.
What's your favorite album by them?
Oh, it's In Love and Death.
Okay.
Wholeheartedly.
Okay. So, that being said, we worked a show together a couple months ago. It was actually last summer we worked a show together, so it was more than a couple months ago. We worked a show together in Louisville, Kentucky at Play Louisville Yeehaw, and we were in the back dressing room, and we got ready next to each other for some reason, and you were standing next to me, and I was, you know, being a woman in the mirror, as I do, and somebody walked behind you, and your back was exposed, and they commented on your tattoo that is on your back, and you turned around and you went, "Oh my God, that's my friendship tester. Are we gonna be best friends now? That's my friendship tester."
Yep, that's me.
So what is it?
I mean, so it's not. I didn't get the tattoo as like my best friend tester, but it's my favorite album, and it's also my favorite artist. And I got the tree with the hanging heart on it, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't know who the Used are. Like, sometimes I'm like, "Oh my God, I love this song." Or, "Oh my God, do you know the Used?" Right? They're like, and like people our age, well, my age, because I'm old.
Yeah, 300.
Yeah, 300. And so, if someone likes the Used, I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I love the Used. You like the Used? I like people that like the Used."
Makes sense.
Like, I haven't met one person that's like, "Wow, I really like the Used," and I like don't hate them, and I hate a lot of fucking people. So like, I guess that works. But yeah, so no like notices my tattoo, like, "Hey, that's from the Used," or expressions are like, "Hey, that's In Love and Death," and I'm like,
you were
yeah,
you were really jazzed about it.
I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, you like the Used." It's like I don't know what's something straight guys do that were like they know
football.
But like, this is my tattoo. If you can see that.
Yeah, they can see it.
Oh,
sort
you
of.
Like it. You like that? You like that skin? Do you like that? Do you like that so much?
Not particularly.
But yeah, so I got the tree, and I mean it was the first like big tattoo I got too, like and like took the longest time, and so it's like I'm proud of it for like so many reasons.
Yeah.
And I think I love tree tattoos. So I always wanted one. I was like, boom.
Yeah, there you go.
This is perfect.
So you do like tree tattoos. What does the artwork mean to you?
I mean, it's literally a heart hanging, right? And it's the heart's the only thing that's colored in the entire like thing. So it's showing that the heart's full of life, and yet it's hanging. Like that's literally hanging like love, whether it be your love or like my love, like whatever. It's like hanging like love from a tree. Like that's a big statement. Like, because you're either killing yourself when you're hanging, or someone is like violently wants to kill you.
Oh,
so like it's a heart.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
So it's either you're breaking your own heart or someone else is at the wheel.
Exactly.
Breaking it. Oh,
and
wow.
like the
That's
worst
very
way.
powerful.
Yeah, like in like the
Maliciously.
most polar ways
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, yeah. So like it's a lot, and like when you listen to the album, like you get that. Like the album's so raw and like has so many like which to me like felt so vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I identified with that. Like it spoke to me. Like that's the first album I like listened to, and I was like, fuck, like, this is what music was supposed to do to you. Like,
Yeah.
I know what people were like, oh my god, like, I never heard that song, or like, whatever. I'm like, yeah, because, like, I listened to it, I was like, fuck, Bert, like, you got me, dude.
You got you.
Yeah, yeah. So.
That's very powerful.
Yeah. So, of course I was gonna get the tattoo. Because, like, it just meant that much, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good taco team.
I don't know what just happened.
A turkey too.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so like hold your hand. And then this, and it makes it